Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoot, back with another draft analysis and update on the International Trainers League. We have just finished season 4 about a month and a half ago or something like that, and our good buddy Blue Victini won the championship, so he's the season 4 champion, the current champion, and we have moved on to the Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon drop. So we have moved on to season 5. We have got the tiers created by our commissioner, Aki VGC or Aki YT. Depends where you find them at, Showdown, YouTube, or Twitter. Anyways, basically, we got our spreadsheet. I'm not gonna open it up because it would spoil my draft and stuff, which I'm getting ready to go over. But we have decided that since Pokebank is too iffy and we don't understand, or we don't know, not that we don't understand, but we don't know when all the megas will be available, we went ahead and said, okay, we're not gonna draft megas this season. We'll have season 5 without any megas, and then Z moves are specified. You can only have one Pokemon on your team throughout the entire season with the Z move, and if you trade that mon, you can pick up another one with or switch it to a different Pokemon with the Z move. But just everybody knows which Pokemon is available to have the Z move, and you can only have attacking Z moves. You can't have status Z moves or anything like that. So with that being said, we should talk about the draft a little bit, or actually just talk about the rules a little bit. We've previously we did not allow bright powder and luck-based moves and swagger and luck-based items and all that stuff. But this season we are. We did allow Landers Incarnate with Sheer Force, and we did allow Hoopa Unbound. We banned Pheromosa. All the other Pokemon, Tapu Lele, all the Tapus are allowed. All the Ultra Beasts are allowed, minus Pheromosa. Aegislash is banned, Greninja's still banned. Basically, the only two mons that got unbanned was Hoopa Unbound and Landers Incarnate. And then the only Pokemon from Gen 7 that was banned was Pheromosa. So, with that being said, we can talk about the draft here for a second. The number 1 pick was not us, the number 2 pick was not us, but the number 3 pick was us. So, we get the number 3 pick, meaning we have like 17 some picks. There's only 12 players in the league, so basically we have like 9 and then 9 again. So basically 18 picks until, so we'll pick and then we get 18 picks in between our next pick. So I wanted to make my first pick count, and I wanted to make my first pick the league mascot Victini. So let's go hop into this right real quick. Got my boy Nike here. Victini will be the captain of the team, and he will be named Nike, of course. And then I don't know if I really have to explain what Victini does with access to really great coverage, access to V-Create and Will-O-Wisp, and just really great coverage. A lot of elemental coverage, minus I think water. Really strong hitter. Great choice scarf user, great choice band user, great choice specs user, good assault base user, life orb user, U-turn initiative, fairy coverage. Did I say V-Create already? Because that's very fucking powerful. Gets access to I think both, if not just one screen. Just a great mon overall. Fire psychic type I think is going to be really good in the Gen 7 draft format, and I rock 100 base stats across the board, which is really good in my opinion. And I'm usually criticized for not having like a Firewater Grass Core or a Fairy Dragon Steel Core. So this season I wanted to switch that up a little bit and make sure that I did have a very solid Firewater Grass Core that I could build around and comfort later on in my draft. Victini being my first pick, I'm very happy with. Is the mon I wanted the most this season. I think it wasn't the mon I wanted to use the most, but it was essential for my team. And like I said, just great coverage. Great coverage. I think Victini will be, you know, a great mod for the team. Like I said, it's going to be the captain of the team. Could possibly end up being the MVP of the team of the season. Victini's so good in the format. I'm very excited to see what it can do for me. That being said, we waited 18 picks or something like that, and it came back to us finally. And the Blackmont Rye Cougars will take Manaphy as our number 2 pick. Another mon that just, you know, sports 100 base stats across the board. Really good in the format. Great coverage again with access to Tail Glow and Calm Mind. Rain Dance and Hydration. Really, really good. Another mon that gets access to U-Turn, Acid Armor, Ice Beam, Energy Ball. Basically the only coverage you ever need. Scald Abuser. And did I say it, you know, sported 100 base stats? Because that's a theme in my first few picks, I suppose. My boy Bash here, named after Blue Victini, Sebastian. I think Victini's fantastic in this format. I've never got to use it in a full season or anything like that, but I'm very excited. It gives me even a cleric with Heal Bell if I wanted to. That's pretty cool, I guess. But, you know, mainly it's a bulk. It can be a bulky water, but I just hope, man, if it takes lives this season. Not much meme things you can run with this, but I'm not trying to run memes or nothing. I'm just trying to have fun and trying to build the best possible teams and win as many matches as possible. The competition's never been higher, and Season 5 looks to be really fun. So Victini and Manaphy being my first 2 picks, I'm really, really satisfied with that. And I've already started off with a potential Firewater grass score that I'm very excited about. And, you know, 2 mons rocking the base 100 stats is pretty damn good to me. It's a great life orb or leftovers user. Probably don't really need the Lumberry when I can just run Rain Dance Hydration. Assault Vest user, Rindo or Walking Berry user, maybe even a Z move user. I don't know what that's something I need to go ahead and say. I haven't decided on what Pokemon will be my Z move, Z Crystal holder yet, but Victini and Manaphy being my first 2 picks, I was very happy with. So let's go ahead and move on to my 3rd pick, and that's just going to be another base 100 stat supporter. My girl Grace here, the Shaman, finishes out my Firewater grass score pretty solidly. Like I said, base 100 stats, Life Orb user, Assault Vest user, Specs user, you know, specific berry user. Gets its own, what's it called, Seed Flare. So you got the V Create and the Tail Glow, and now you got the Seed Flare. So pretty good. Gets Tailwind support, Healing Wish, another aromatherapy user. Not another, but another cleric, I should say. I think this will be a really good mon for the team. Gets really good coverage, Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power, Energy Ball, Grass Knot, Leaf Storm if I need to hit really hard, Psychic, and access to Swords Dance and Seed Bomb and Zen Headbutt. Reliable recovery with Synthesis, which, you know, if the weather's normal, it's good, and if the sun's out, it's even better. As long as there's no rain or sandstorm, I think Shaman's a great addition. Really good in the format. I was debating between Tangrowth and Shaman, and I don't think Tangrowth was sniped from me. I just picked Shaman because of just a little bit better support, you know, with Healing Wish and Aromatherapy, as well as having access to 100 base stats across the board, meaning that I can hit hard on both sides, and that I can be very, very offensive with the speed stat and the special and physical attack stats. I think Shaman's a great pick. Not the greatest, and maybe not even a 3rd rounder, but I went ahead and picked it up so I could fill out my Firewater grass score with just base 100 Pokemon across the board. And I wasn't quite done with my legendary picks yet. So what I wanted to do next was actually just pick up one more, and it might be the last one, I'm not sure. My boy Ether here, Zapdos. I've wanted to use Zapdos in the format for a very long time. It gets two great abilities, pressure and static, pressure to pressure stall, and static to, paralyze things. It's just a lot of different things you can do with Zapdos here. Maybe not 100 across the board, but it's pretty damn close, and supports that 125 special attack, which is pretty good in my opinion. Another mon with great coverage, access to U-turn and volt switch. Another tailwind supporter, and the screens and the baton pass, and really good typing. One of the best electric types in the format, if not the best. In my opinion, probably the best. Yeah, the best electric type in the format. Only being weak to ice and rock. Really good. Like I was just saying, really good defense. Well, not really good, but good defense. Really good SPDF. Great HP. The ability to run, solid attack, I suppose. And my team's not the fastest, but it's by no means slow so far. I think Zapdos put in the work. If I had to bet on a team MVP before the season would start, I would bet on my boy Zapdos here. Ether should burn some souls slow, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I really want to use Zapdos defensively, offensively, support-wise. This gives me a defog user as well, and I think Zapdos is going to put in the fucking work. It is a Gen 1 Pokemon, so it should not let me down. That being said, we move on to round 5, where we are again the third pick of the round, and we will go ahead and pick up Cofagrigus here. It's a tier 4 mon, but I think it's worthy of round 4 or 5, and so I went ahead and picked it up in round 5 after I picked up my boy Zapdos. I'm not going to talk about Cofagrigus much because I think there's a lot of sleeves up in its coffin, but a lot of tricks up in its coffin. That's what I meant to say, not sleeves. I fucked up. But yeah, just a really annoying Pokemon with access to Toxic Spikes and Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split and just a bunch of annoying stuff. Grim will come through in the season, I guarantee it. Sports that 145 defense and the 105 SPDF with really solid special attack at 95. Mediocre HP, but that can be worked around. Just go ahead and throw 252 EVs in there, and it should be fine. Really great ability in Mummy, which basically means I get your ability and you get my ability. Or do I get your ability? I'm not sure. I think you just get my ability. I think that, like, if you touch me and you got sheer force, you get Mummy, and I keep Mummy as well. Something like that. But yeah, it's another mon with great coverage and whatnot. Some really good support moves, things like that. And that's what I picked Cofagrigus for. I didn't really have any like straight up walls. I know all of my mons so far can be bulky, but Cofagrigus can be a straight up wall to something. It can wall things, and it can be fucking annoying to other things. Okay, so round 6 comes around, and it's basically my last chance to. There's no way that either of the 2 Pokemon I want will be on the board again. Basically, I wanted a Steel type, and I wanted a Fighting type, and I wanted a Stealth Rock Setter, and I wanted Cobalion, because I just described Cobalion pretty well. But unfortunately, the pick right before me, Gypsy King, he took Cobalion, and that's okay though, because I was left with my girl Nidoqueen. Duchess here, returning to the Blackmont Rhycougars from the Major League Pokemon Season 3, coming over to the International Trainers League Season 5 to play for us again. Great typing, great abilities. The ability to run a lot of different items, mostly berries and life orbs and leftovers and whatnot. But yeah, stats not that impressive. You look at these stats, you're like meh. But life orb and sheer force make its offensive present pretty strong, and its defense and speed F are above average, and its HP, it's good. And then yeah, so it becomes a pretty bulky Pokemon with fantastic coverage. The Niddos get, I think, the best coverage in the game outside of like Mew and Greninja, I guess. Yeah, these two mons, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I got my girl here. Great coverage. Fantastic coverage even. And that's basically all I got to say about Nidoqueen. They come in clutch. She gets Pursuit and Sucker Punch, Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Poison Jab, Earthquake, Outrage, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. It gets great coverage. It's just one of those mons that you never know what it's going to do, and it put in a lot of work. That being said, we will move on to the last half of our draft. So we picked Nidoqueen up, and we're on the wheel round now, and we're just gonna go ahead and pick up Flores here. We needed a fairy type for dragon spam because our Firewater grass core can't touch dragons, and dragons pretty much just can do whatever they want. They're very powerful. Despite Gen 7's fairy militia, or whatever you want to call it. Those fairies come out of nowhere. There's 1,000 of them now. But Flores is still a very solid fairy. Very solid special attack. Fucking insane special defense. Makes it very bulky. Just run a full-on defensive set, and it just becomes a fucking tank. As long as you're not running like Iron Head or Iron Tail or something that can be problematic for it. Or like you're a poison type or a steel type or whatever. You know what I'm saying. Flores is a fine pick for me. Always has been. Another cleric for the team. Wish passer. Basically, Flores is there to stop dragon spam and to just pass wishes and get rid of status and maybe even just blow something back with Moonblast. I don't know. We'll see what happens during the season. I think Flores will be fine. Of course, it's Flores White. My girl Mary Jane. I used her in the Universal Analyst League Season 1, and she did great things for me. Led me to the semifinals or whatever, and or the conference championship, which we did lose, but I don't even know if I brought Flores that match. But nonetheless, Flores, always a great mon to have. Heal Bell and Aromatherapy. Wish Pass, like I was saying. Synthesis. Pretty decent coverage. I think it could be, it should be like a fairy grass type, but that's okay. I'm fine with it just being fairy type, especially in this draft specifically. I think Flores will do great things. And after I picked Flores up, I was like, why don't I just go ahead and make like a fairy dragon steel core? And I had my eyes on a dragon, but I knew I could wait plenty of a few more rounds to pick up my dragon. So I was thinking about a steel type, and I really needed a fighting type as well to like murk other steel types. So I picked up my boy Lucario. Cobalion was sniped, and Lucario is one of those hidden gems that just rocks insane at offensive presence with decent speed, access to some good abilities, and the ability to run like Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Life Orb, Expert Belt, Muscle Band, just a bunch of different items, and just great coverage. Has access to Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch, Vacuum Wave, so speed's not an issue. Let's just go ahead and further that. Yeah, speed's not an issue. And gets great coverage, gets close combat and Focus Blast, Iron Head, and Flash Cannon. Actually, I don't think it gets Iron Head, but it does get Iron Tail, Drain Punch, Earthquake, Final Gambit, just all kinds of, just look at the coverage, you know what I'm saying? Nasty Plot and Swords Dance, with their respective priority, you know, physical priority and special priority. I think it's gonna be a good month for me. I really do. I do. I don't see myself running Water Pulse or anything like that. Yeah, but Lucario, like I said, it's one of those hidden gems, and I don't know. You never know. Lucario's Lucario. Crixus, my boy Crixus from Spartacus. If you ain't watched Spartacus, I advise you watch Spartacus. Blood and Sand, I think that's what it's called. Vengeance, War of the Damned, and then the prequel, which is called Gods of the Arena. Pretty fucking sick show if you like Roman mythology and gladiators and stuff like that. It's a pretty good show, but that's not what we're here talking about. We're talking about my Lucario boy, fighting steel type. Add some offensive presence to the team, but still, my team is lacking speed, and I really wanted something that was a little bit faster. I really wanted Weavile, but I didn't have enough points for it. My budget points was running low. I only had like 2 picks left with my budget points, and I barely had any points. So I'm not gonna be able to get Weavile, but Dark type is really good. Knockoff spam is great still, despite all the fairies. And Icicle, or not Icicle, but Ice coverage is really good still. And I'm just gonna pick up Weavile's little sister, Sneasel, the Dewara the Sneasel, I should say. Inner Focus and Pickpocket, pretty good coverage, or pretty good abilities. And like I said, knockoff spam is really great. And then the Icicle Crash or Ice Punch if I don't want to miss. Ice Shard, Poison Jab, Power Up Punch, Low Kick, Pursuit Trapping. This is what I'm talking about. Taunt, and I think it's Swords Dance. So just a really good mon in general. Rocks the 115 base speed and the 95 base attack. So I think it's pretty fast, pretty strong. Not the strongest. Like I said, I would have rather had Weavile, but Sneasel will take it. Sneasel will do it. If you don't know what this name's based off of, then you're not like a historian or anything like that. James Dewara was the first person to ever create like the lowest temperature in the history of temperatures, and yeah, it's just cold. It's cold. I don't know. James Dewara. So I named her Dewara. The A is there to make her a girl, whatever. Anyways, like I said, with my fairy steel core here, I needed a dragon type. So my next pick was going to be Dredagon. After my girl Sneasel here, I picked up my boy Dredagon. Great defensive mon with 90 and 90 defenses and 77 HPs, not bad. 120 base attack, really good. Rough Skin, Sheer Force, and Mold Breaker, great abilities in my opinion. Pretty damn good coverage to be a dragon, and the ability to set up Stealth Rocks, which my team was relying on Nidoqueen so far, but now I have 2 Stealth Rockers. Ability to run Choice Band, Choice Scarf. I probably wouldn't run Choice Scarf because this thing's still fucking slow. Life Orb and Sheer Force though, it goes really well together. Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin goes really well together. Maybe like a Habon Berry or a Babiri Berry. No, it ain't a Babiri Berry, is it? I don't think so. I'm not real sure. Yeah, but yeah, this thing's a good offensive and defensive Pokemon with the ability to set up Stealth Rocks. I think it gets some setup moves, but nothing like, whoa, dude, nothing like that. It's a good Pursuit Trapper and Sucker Puncher, as well as the ability to taunt and set up Stealth Rocks like I mentioned. I think it'd be a good mon for me. It has access to Glare, so I can use some of that yellow magic to support my very slow team. Well, not the slow team, but like I've been saying through this whole draft, it's not the fastest team, but that's okay because if you remember, I do have Cofagrigus and Victini, as well as my last pick, Maurice the Rangaroo, which can set up Trick Room and turn my team into a very prominent threat with Trick Room. Can throw on leftovers here, Life Orb, it gets pretty good coverage. Don't really have any good normal type attacks, but that's okay because I can just abuse Psychic, as Dark type shouldn't be too much of a problem to my team with Flores and Lucario running around. Pretty good mon here, and has the ability to set up a Psychic terrain, which means I'm priority safe, and my Psychic type attacks will do fucking damage. And good defense, great special defense, really good special attack, and great HP. So Oranguru, what is a Gen 7 draft without a Gen 7 Pokemon? And on the last round, round 11 I do believe, I pick up Oranguru here, named Maurice after the Planet of the Apes, that orangutan that becomes one of those great apes or whatever. Shout outs to Blue Victini and Reckless Bat for the nickname suggestion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to be my draft. So to just recap for a second, it's going to be Victini, Manaphy, Sheamus, Zapdos, Pythagoras, Nidoqueen, Florges, Lucario, Sneasel, Druddigon, and Oranguru. Just if you want to, leave a comment and tell me what do you think was your what's your favorite Pokemon on my team? What Pokemon would you switch, and what Pokemon would you switch it for on my team? What do you think is my weakest link on my team, and what do you think will be the MVP of the team? Again, Victini, Manaphy, Sheamus, Zapdos, Pythagoras, Nidoqueen, Florges, Lucario, Sneasel, Druddigon, and Oranguru. That is your Season 5 International Trainers League Blackmont Rhycougars. So, if you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.